Today on Dr. Phil. Need help settling arguments?
Would you like to know what my opinion is?
It's no.
Dr. Phil asks the questions.
Did you borrow this?
I dropped it and then broke.
This stuff looks like you put it in a blender.
And the audience votes on who's right.
There's dust under these shoes. Look at this.
There's not dust under objects. There's only dust around objects. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
It matters to you. That's what I want to talk about. Are we ready in the booth?
Take.
Let's do it. All right, have you ever had an argument that you just can't settle by yourself? Well, wouldn't it be great if you just had someone that could help you decide? Well, today that's me. I'm your tiebreaker. Now, Britt is here. She's 18. Her dad, John, says she's kind of a slacker. You think that she doesn't do as well as she can. She doesn't live up to her potential. She could do a better job.
I think she could put more effort into whatever she's doing, whether it be washing a car, studying her acting career.
Okay, so you think she's not acting hard enough? You
Yeah.
think she needs to go to more auditions? She needs to what? What is it she's not doing?
I think that, maybe watch more about other actors.
What do you think?
Well, the thing is, Dr. Phil, that I just graduated from the New York Film Academy 3 times a week, night school, and I had professional teachers, many different acting classes, and I've been doing this for about 4 years. Before that, I was doing acting classes 2 years every Sunday. I mean, I don't know it all, but I know more than my dad does because I've been studying it. And he thinks that I need to watch more films. Well, we do that in my class. And when I am at home, like if I'm watching movies, I'm studying. And it's like I can't pull an audition out of the air.
It's just kind of the work ethic of the generation. He's saying you got to have a lot of hooks in the water if you're going to catch a fish. You got one hook, you got one chance. You got 10 hooks, you got 10 chances. You're saying that she should have more hooks in the water, right?
Correct.
Can you do more than what you're doing? Are you waiting for it to come to you?
I'm not waiting for it to come to me. I actually have been out there. I'm doing basically everything almost by myself. And it's a hard industry to get into. I see a lot of girls go to auditions. Their mom is right there, like in on all their business. They have everything written down for them. It's like, and then I go in, I'm like, I'm doing this all by myself, first of all. And I just got a new agent. I went and auditioned, bam, grabbed me, and I did that by myself, got a new manager, picking out classes by myself, paying for these things by myself.
Well, you must have some skills if you got an agent.
Yeah.
Because an agent won't sign you if they don't feel like they have an opportunity to get you work
So
or
I
they
don't
don't get
see
paid.
how that's not trying my best.
Well, millions of people are seeing you right now.
Exactly.
So, I mean, seriously.
Do you like the space, America?
Yeah. So be radiant or be dark or whatever it is you, whatever your deal is. I mean, this is the time and place. So you're here. That's a good thing. All right. Now, Dad even complains about the way that Britt cleans his house. Take a look at this.
Hey, Brett.
Hey, Dad. Just finishing up your laundry.
You are.
Yeah.
You got my shirts all going in the right direction.
Me and my father, we do argue a lot.
Daughters and daddies sometimes just don't see eye to eye.
Always bickering, and it's a tragedy because I had to move out.
Did you dust? Dust will get you sick.
I don't look forward to you pointing out my flaws.
You can get under these shoes. Look at this. Come on. You got to get up there and clean that. And then there's a fly in the house. When they're 18, they seem to know everything that you don't know.
No need to hover. I know what I'm doing.
Make sure my socks are all, don't be matching them up weird.
Maybe something can get resolved from this.
Be sure you pick up all your stuff. Don't leave your stuff all over for me.
Okay. Now, Dad, are you being a little obsessive here?
You think? A fly? I left a fly in the house?
I'm just curious if you think so.
Thank you.
I think it's not being obsessive, but I think it's good practice to, it's just fundamentals. I mean, if you're going to clean something or you're going to do something, you're going to put every bit of effort you can into that. And that's kind of how I work.
But Dad, is that house not spick and span when you walk in?
It's decent.
It's decent.
It's
Yeah.
dece, that's his word to me. It's dece. Well, you could have done this a little better. Well, what about this, Britt? What about that?
You're an actor. Let me hear the speech he gives.
You know, Britt, if I were doing it, I would have done this. And with the paving company, if you would have considered this paving, you would have done it this way. And Britt, you're not gonna get anywhere if you do everything half whatever. It's everything he compares it to paving.
She do you pretty good?
As far as?
I mean, she just
Everything
gave a speech. Is that pretty?
It's all
He
right.
compares to paving.
I compare to hard work, Britt.
Yeah,
not just
he's a really hard worker, but so am I, and he doesn't realize that. So he's really hard on me. I'm like, Dad, you really need to open your eyes, look at all the other teenagers out there, and realize that I'm not that bad.
I agree with that. She's not that bad, Doctor.
All right. Gabriella is here. She's your ex-wife and your mother.
Yes.
I don't know. He seems a little anal to me.
Come on.
No, I'm serious. You seem a little harsh with her. A little, I don't know. What do you think?
I think that her daddy needs to respect his beautiful daughter, that she's a wonderful, beautiful girl. And he needs to know how to treat her with compassion and respect and love.
Yeah.
I do that.
In fairness, I don't read that. As I watch him watch her, I think he admires her greatly. I think he thinks the world of her. I don't think that you hold her in bad esteem. I just think you have this need for control, and so you're trying to tell her how to do what she's doing, and I'm just wondering if you think that's working for you. Is that creating the result you want over here?
No. But you know what, Dr. Phil?
Well, there is no but. If the answer's no,
well,
what's the but?
Okay. You know, you worry about him. You know, I worry about my daughter, and I want to make sure that she does everything possible to be successful
Worrying
in
about
her
your
life.
daughter and criticizing her dusting skills
Dr.
are
Phil,
two
she
very
didn't even
different
move a
things.
shoe. You don't dust around. How would you? I mean, you don't dust around objects. You pick an object.
But there's not dust under objects. There's only dust around objects.
No,
If the object is on the shelf, there's no dust under it.
I understand
I'm
that,
a
but-
dust arounder, so I get that.
Okay, well, if you have a shoe that's picking up in the front, you're going to have dust under that shoe. So if you move that shoe, it's a lot easier to dust than trying to work.
You couldn't dig a bigger hole if we had a backhoe.
Dr. Phil, can I say something?
Yes.
I love my dad very much, and I love spending quality time with him, but sometimes he makes it really unenjoyable, where I come to his house and I'm automatically in a bad mood. Did you do your hair like that for the audition? Oh, are you gonna wear heels? It makes you look slimmer. Oh, is your car clean? If it has water spots, Brittany, oh my gosh. Like, he goes off and it makes it really unenjoyable for me to be with him when I just wanna go spend time with my dad. I would love to talk to you on the phone more, Dad, but every time I pick up that phone, it's something like, oh, so did you go on audition today? And then he picks every little thing out of it and thinks so hard about it, and then I have to hear about it later, and it's even harder on me later, so it's like, why would I want to come over if you're gonna be like that to me?
Oh, I didn't know it was that intense.
But it's like that, because when I come over, he goes, why are you giving me attitude? Why are you being mean?
Well, Brett,
are you like this in the
Doctor-
world?
Wait a minute, listen, I don't want to spoil this for you. This is school right here.
Right.
This is school. There is no reality, only perception. What she is telling you is diamonds and gold right now. You need to hear this with both ears. She is telling you how to close the gap with your daughter. She's telling you how not to make her dread for you to walk in the room. She's telling you how to make her want to call you and be with you and bond with you. And if you'll trade that for water spots and dusting around a shoe, you're a damn fool.
Okay.
Now, is John being too hard on his daughter? I'm going to ask the audience next, and I'm going to give my opinion. We'll be right back.
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Who in here is being honest?
They all have issues.
Have you been drinking today?
No, I did drink last night.
Because the makeup artist smelled alcohol on you this morning.
But one of these women
They're mean to me.
You're two-faced.
You're so controlling.
will take their anxieties
Ambulance right now.
to the extreme. That's Monday.
All right, here's the question. Is John being too hard on his daughter? Now, look, think about this before you vote. I want you to pick up your gadgets, but don't vote. Think about this, because here's the deal. Kids today sometimes don't know about the school of hard knocks. They don't know what it takes to get the edge and get ahead. And to have a father that is plugged in and cares enough to be hands-on, involved in their child's life, as opposed to just flying by and being absorbed in their own world, can be a real blessing. On the other hand, they can get to be such a micromanager that they create a backlash where you just resist it. So the question is he being too hard on his daughter? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Vote now. We'll hear what the audience has to say in a minute, but I'm going to give you my opinion first. You, sir, are a great dad.
Thank you.
I mean, you really are. I love that you are so interested and so involved with your daughter. I really do. And if we had more parents that are as plugged in as you, and you as well, I can hear it in your voice and the things that you say, you are blessed.
Yes,
to
I am.
have these two folks in your life. So I think you're a great dad. Your technique is getting in your way.
Okay.
Your technique is getting in your way because you are a very detailed sort of guy. You are somebody that feels like if you control everything, if you'll get her to take that extra step, do this extra thing, that she will have great success, and you want that for her. But you need to have more confidence in your daughter. This is not a slacker. This is not somebody that doesn't care. It's clear to me that she is focused. What she needs is not a career coach, because she has that. She has an agent, she has a manager. What she needs is a dad that says, you are spectacular. I love you, I recognize your talent, I'm proud of you. For every biting criticism, it takes 1,000 attagirls to erase that. And she needs those 1,000 attagirls. She's got people that reject her at auditions. She's got people that say, you know, that didn't work for me, thanks for coming in, blah, 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 blah. Being an actor is rejection and criticism, rejection and criticism. She needs a soft place to fall. You're it. You don't need to be doing what you're doing. Are you too hard on your daughter? I say yes with a capital Y. What's the audience say?
Oh, no.
90-10. 90-10, they agree with me, which means you are a brilliant audience. You are a brilliant audience. But you understand what I'm saying?
Totally.
I love your involvement. Don't you love his involvement as a dad?
Yes.
And your mom too.
Yes, both of them, they're amazing parents.
It's great. But you need to you need to back off and have some confidence in her ability. If you saw her sleep until 2, 3 o'clock, not doing anything, not taking care of herself, not honing her craft, being irresponsible, that's one thing. Listen, you don't want to be arguing with her whether she dusted around a shoe or not.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Come on, in the grand scheme of things, who cares?
That was our biggest fight.
And, I mean, really.
No, the nose ring.
Yeah, well,
The biggest fight.
if she thinks that
Crying
was
out
the
on the
biggest
street.
fight, let that be the biggest fight for today.
Biggest
Okay?
fight.
2 teens, 2 tiebreakers, 1 baby, and a football. That's coming up next. You're Montana.
Yes, sir.
You're Zach.
Yep. Fumble.
That is how they start every day. It's a team tiebreaker day today. They're both in college. He goes to class, she goes to class. He plays football on a scholarship. He fumbles. And then they've got this one to handle along the way. All right? This is Legend, by the way, and he's handful.
Yeah.
So we got two tiebreakers to deal with this group. First is the one that they both are so busy they can't agree on who's going to watch this baby. Take a look.
Being a teenage mom is very hard. When I have a baby and I'm a wife and I go to college.
Oh. I'm a full-time student, I'm a full-time husband, and I'm a full-time dad. Oh. We're both busy at the same time, and we have our little disagreements on who should take the trash out or who should go do laundry. You did this?
Yes.
It's a good thing I was here. You forgot it, huh?
My husband, Zach, is on a football scholarship.
I'm hoping that I become a professional football player.
We'll use Dad's jersey. Zach and I have disagreements on who's going to take care of the baby when we both have other plans.
Oh, it's your turn to watch them, and then we get in an argument.
Tanner, when was the last time you ate?
As a teen father, it's been pretty stressful. I go to school, and then I go to football, and then I come home, and I have to take care of Legend.
Woo!
It's hard to determine which one should watch him while the other one works. Dr. Phil, when I get home from a football practice and I'm exhausted, is it unreasonable for me to expect her to stay home and watch Legend while I crash?
You've got football practice, what, 2.5, 3 hours a day?
Yep.
All right, because you're on scholarship to a college.
Yep.
You're playing football. It's hard. It's a lot of work. You're running, you're sprinting, you're doing all this stuff, getting knocked down.
Yeah.
Right? I went to college on a football scholarship. I know it's a lot of work. It's a job.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate how hard he's working on that?
Yeah, I do, a lot.
But you work hard with the baby as well, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
school. I should be able to go out and do my thing. Like, I'm a runner, and so I want to go out and run while he should stay at home and watch Legend so I can go do my thing.
So you cover the baby while he's doing his exercise and working out, then he
Yes.
should cover it while you do that.
Yes.
And then you all get back together. Okay. Should Montana watch the baby so Zach can sleep after football? Yes or no? Okay, everybody vote now. All right, now I'm going to give you my opinion, then we'll see whether you agree or not. No way, buddy. No way. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Look, that's the reason you don't get pregnant when you're a teenager. That's the reason you don't get pregnant, because you're still busy putting your life together. You should be fighting to get to have time with that baby, not trying to push it off so you can take a nap. Are you kidding? If you guys start keeping score, okay, I had 2.5 hours with the baby. Now you have 2.5 hours with the baby. You're going to be a single mother. You should have thought about that when you were thinking about this. All right, let's see how the audience voted. Oh, wow, pretty split. Robin, how did you vote?
Oh, I voted no. He should take over and send her off to do her thing.
Okay,
Go,
so...
honey, go.
All right, well, okay, now you guys have a second tiebreaker question as well, right? You're newlyweds, and there are already issues over money.
The things that are stressful right now are finances. We're surviving on student loans right now.
I want to spend money on something that I will actually use.
I had made money over the summer, and I'd saved up money, and I wanted a new TV.
I would rather think about how many shoes I could buy with how big that TV was. Well, we have the TV. Dr. Phil, should Zach have a higher say in how our money is spent just because he earned most of it? I think it should be a mutual decision.
Okay, so here's the question. Should Zach be in charge of the money because he earned it? I'm guessing that you say no.
Oh, yeah.
Correct? Because you say
Correct.
you want to have as much say with this money as he does. Okay?
I didn't say that we should spend all our money on TV and things that I want.
Oh, you just did. What were you doing before? Just listening to the radio?
Well, we did already have one.
Oh, you had a TV?
Yeah.
Now it's in our bedroom, and the big one is in the living room.
Yep.
Okay, and you'd rather have some shoes sitting there?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have.
Would you like to know what my opinion is?
It's no.
You didn't have to come all the way here to know that, did you?
No.
Okay, but here's the thing, and listen, I want to answer this kind of seriously for you because this is important.
Yeah.
You're married now.
Yeah.
You have a family now.
Mm-hmm.
You have a partner in life now. You also have a precious child. And all of that money that's made, whether you make it, wherever it comes from, that's all family money.
Mm-hmm.
I've been married 34 years. There is no more me money.
Yeah.
I mean, she knocked the button clear off that thing when she was voting a while ago. There is no me money. It's all us money.
Yeah.
It's all family money. And just hope that it's us money.
Yeah.
Instead of her money.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean you can't negotiate. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with buying a television.
Yeah.
If you have everything else covered.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the proper amount in savings, you're putting the proper amount back for college, you've understood that it costs $250,000 to raise a baby from 0 to 18 years old before you get to college. You have all of those things. I assume you've got all that covered before you brought this TV?
No, I didn't know those.
I mean, do you have savings?
Yeah.
Okay, and let's see what the audience voted. Yeah. This isn't even a close call. 16% of the audience said you made the money, so you should get. Stand up if you voted yeah. No, stand up. Stand up if you voted that you made the money, you should get to spend the money. Okay, guy. Okay, then a guy, one woman. Okay, 2 women. Okay, so that's your posse, dude. Everybody else says no.
Another thing, we also spend too much money on food, apparently, he says.
Oh,
because
really?
he would rather just have cereal and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich when I would rather have chicken and mashed potatoes and corn and green beans.
Okay.
So you're not feeding this girl?
No. Okay. I'm not complaining that she cooks because I love her cooking, but we can't afford to eat steak and mashed potatoes and green beans and a 4-course meal every night.
Yeah. What'd you spend on TV? No, seriously, what'd you spend on TV?
It was $500.
$500?
Yeah.
And so $500, so that'd be an extra $50 a month for 10 months on 5. I don't know. Is it high def?
No, it's just plasma.
It's plasma screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, how big is it?
42.
42-inch plasma screen, yeah. No, you can't have any corn.
Okay.
All right. All right, the next teen tiebreaker. Should parents have passwords to teens' MySpace account? Should they be able to look in on what they're saying and doing? Talk about that when we come back.
Hey, Dr. Phil, this is my tiebreaker. My dad wants my password to my MySpace, and I'm not having it.
As long as she's under 18, I'm responsible for it.
The conversations I have on MySpace are personal and private.
I'm not even one of her friends.
I think it's my space, not his space. Does my dad really have the right to access my personal space?
Okay, well, that was Ashley. She's 15 years old, and she says her dad, David, wants to get into her MySpace and have access to what's going on there and talk about it. So their tiebreaker question is, should Dad have the right to Ashley's MySpace password? You say yes.
That's correct.
Would you bug the car? Would you go to school and listen around a corner what she's saying to a friend?
No,
It's the same thing.
As far as MySpace, she's talking with people she doesn't even know.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my concern.
So that's your concern.
Yeah, that's one of my concerns.
Okay, let's hear your side of the story. Why shouldn't he? I mean, you're underage. He's saying you're his responsibility, his job to protect you. So why shouldn't he have access to that to make sure you don't make a mistake?
I'm not getting into any trouble on it, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not doing anything wrong. And why can't I be on there? And just like you said, he's not listening when I'm out with my friends talking to them, or if I'm on the phone, he's not listening to our conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
But
liked
it's
what I
just-
said?
Yeah, of course I did.
So you're adopting all of that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have good judgment?
Yeah,
Do you have good impulse control?
Yeah.
Do you have good information?
yeah.
How many girls are stalked by cyber predators on the internet every day?
Too many.
That's not an answer. Would you be surprised if 1 in 5 were hit on by a predator in some way?
It's a pretty big number.
That's a pretty big number. Have you given him any reason not to trust you?
I have, but I've been doing a lot better now, so I think that's changed.
Because you've made some bad decisions
I
along the way,
have.
right? You've kind of had a little conflict with authority here and there. Are you responsible on your MySpace?
Yes.
Okay. Dad found out that you had a tattoo from your friends on MySpace, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a surprise to you.
Yes, it was.
That's not a tattoo, that's a tattoo. This right here is a tattoo. This is a tattoo. That's serious.
Yeah, that's serious.
You think that you've earned his trust and therefore...
Well, that doesn't have anything to do with MySpace. I mean, MySpace isn't the reason why I got the
No,
tattoo.
of course not. It has to do whether or not you are doing things that earn the right to be trusted, the right to let the teenage leash out a little further, to let you do things kind of on your own, and you question that.
You know, she's meeting some of her boyfriends, you know, stuff like that. She's dating people off of MySpace, so that kind of scares me too. You know, with the predators and stuff like that that you're talking about. I didn't know there was 1 in 5. That's even scarier.
All right, well, Ashley actually did a poll of her own. She asked her friends on MySpace and Twitter if they thought parents should have teens' passwords. And here's the response. I'm sure parents wouldn't give their kids their passwords. No way. That's our stuff, and we should have privacy. Parents don't like us going through their stuff. So those were the kind of responses you got.
Yep.
All right, well, I wasn't one of those responses, because I'm telling you, this is your 15-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
And she has shown a tendency to kind of exercise poor judgment.
Yeah.
From time to time. That, to me, doesn't say, as a parent, yeah, wow, okay, I'm gonna trust her to do the right things. I'm gonna want some more evidence of self-control, good decision-making, and impulse control before I am comfortable with that. I would say absolutely, unequivocally, you should have those passwords, and if you don't get them, then I would shut that down, and if she opens up another account, then I would shut the computer down, and if that doesn't work, I would shut down every digital option that she had through cell phone or whatever to get that under control. If you have nothing to hide, then hide nothing at this point. And if you show good judgment and that moves forward, then you might change your mind about that.
Yeah.
But at that point, I would say definitely you should have. Let's see what the audience said. Audience says 75% say yes, you should have the passwords. Now, there's not anybody here your age.
No.
So everybody here is older, and
They're
they
all parents.
They're all parents,
Yeah.
and they all disagree. Does he have your best interest at heart?
Yeah, he does.
So he loves you. You have no doubt of that.
Of course.
Good dad. Loves you, wants the best for you. It's just possible that he may see things that you don't see. I don't want you to become a statistic, and I don't think you need to be listening in on everything that she's doing. I don't think you need to be violating every bit of privacy she has, but I think the wild, wild web is fraught with danger.
Yes.
And I think that's a place that you need to have a guiding hand and a presence, and I think you should not resist that. So that's where I come down on this one. Should siblings be able to take each other's things without asking? The most common teen tiebreaker question ever, coming up next.
My sister always borrows my things without my permission. Sometimes she even breaks my laptop, my iPod, my sweater.
Oh, sorry.
Dr. Phil, help.
talking about teen tiebreakers. They need somebody to weigh in and say who's right and who's wrong. Aaron is sick of Sister Tamara's taking his stuff.
My sister always borrows my things without my permission. Sometimes she even breaks them. Exhibit A, we have my laptop. Looks like a pretty good laptop, right? Wrong. She took it, borrowed it, and the battery has been missing ever since. It doesn't work anymore. My iPod, look at the screen. Their shampoo is still in there. I don't know how to fix it. My camera. It just doesn't work, as you can tell. Every morning, Tamara goes on a jog. Look at what her jogging outfit consists of. My sweater. You can't tell, but it smells like a girl, like perfume. You're wearing my sweater.
Oh, sorry.
You could ask me before you wear it, you know. Dr. Phil, help.
Okay, so your question is it reasonable for your sister to be able to just take your stuff without asking?
Yes.
And what do you say?
Like, I think it is reasonable sometimes. I mean, if he's not wearing it, like a jacket or anything, like if he already left, then I'm sure.
Well, but like it's his. Did you borrow this?
I borrowed it once, but I was walking on a trail with my friend.
Yeah, I can see why you only borrowed it once.
And then, I don't know, I dropped it, and then, like, it broke because a rock was underneath, so.
Well, I can see like it broke.
Yeah.
So you borrowed that. You borrowed this. What is in there?
That's shampoo.
That's shampoo?
I don't know how she got it in there.
Like.
Did you think this was one of those shower things you wear in the shower?
No, because I was washing my hair, and, like, it was on the counter. I didn't even borrow it. He just left it there, and my shampoo bottle fell on it, so.
Does that ever work again?
No.
It works sometimes. It's a bit jumpy, but.
Why would I use it?
What happened here?
She took that when I was at an audition for something, and then I never saw it working again because she lost the battery.
Okay, the battery was kind of loose when I used it, so. I was in my room, and I guess it fell.
So you guess it fell?
Yeah, I think it fell.
I guess it did. And then what happened with this? This is the sweater?
Yeah, she uses that all the time.
It does smell good.
And then she got a makeup stain on it somewhere.
Yeah, it's got makeup on it, and then you said it smelled like a girl.
Yeah.
This stuff looks like you put it in a blender. Are you kidding me? Are you like one of those gremlins? If you feed you like after midnight or something, you tear everything up?
No.
Do you borrow her stuff?
No, never. You don't see me wearing her heels or anything.
Well, as far as we know. How old are you?
I'm 17.
How old are you?
50.
So you're going to be together a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question. Should Aaron's sister be allowed to take his items without his permission, yes or no? Take out your Paget gadget now. Vote. I'll give you my opinion real quick. She shouldn't be able to borrow his stuff with his permission. Let alone without his permission. And if you ever gave permission, you're a fool. Let's see the results. So what do you think?
Yeah, I probably should stop borrowing his stuff and buy my own stuff.
Okay, where's the 1% that said yes? Stand up. Yeah, I don't blame you. All right, the next teen tiebreaker. Should a 15-year-old rocker follow his passion or listen to his mother's business advice? We'll be right back. Well, Mom Carla says her son Anthony is the next guitar legend, but they disagree on how to move this music career forward.
Hi, Dr. Phil. I'm Carla. This is my very talented son, Anthony. He's 15. I call him Jimi Hendrix Reborn. He wants to write his own music. I want him to play, you know, popular music that kids have heard of. Our dilemma is, do I let him just go and do what he wants to do and what he's passionate about, or do I kind of make him do what I think is right? We're at a crossroads now where we don't know which way to go, right?
Indeed.
Okay, so how old are you?
15.
15.
Yes.
And you're very passionate about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is your deal. This is what you want to do?
Yep.
All right. And what kind of music do you want to play?
Well, I'm one for the unconventional. Like, I like weird stuff, smart music, you know. I'm not for just listen music, turn your brain off and listen. I'm not.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you like to be creative and,
Yeah.
and kind of get off the beaten path.
Yeah.
And do something that feels
And
unique.
it's memorable and
yeah,
yeah.
It's unique and real to you. Okay? And you think instead he should what?
I mean, he does write really beautiful stuff. He does. I mean, I like what he writes. But in order to get a fan base and for him to get known, I think maybe he should play the more current stuff that people know of, that they hear of, that they can sing along to, that they can, you know.
Yeah, like cover other people's stuff?
Yeah, like covers.
No,
yes.
we do.
Yeah.
All covers pretty much for
Yeah,
live.
he does covers, but.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's good. I think that's what's going to draw the people.
You want him to play what you want him to play?
Well,
Have you met
it's
John?
what I think.
Have you met Britt's dad, John? So right now, you want him to color inside the lines.
In a way, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so you want him to get a coloring book and color inside the lines. You don't want him to color outside the lines and do stuff that he wants to do. Are you good?
I would like to
I
so.
brought it out here because I wanted to see, I'm going to ask the audience to vote whether or not she's given you good career advice that you should kind of get mainstream to build a fan base, or whether you should go out and play stuff that maybe nobody's ever even heard of, recognizes, or would know how to relate to, in her opinion.
Well, right.
So I want to know if you're any good. Let me hear you play something.
Will do. Okay.
Give us 30 seconds of your best Waylon. Have a seat. I have to admit, that is pretty impressive. Listen, our son is very much into music, and he is a guitarist and a writer, that's good. Good runs, good speed. So, should Mom pick Anthony's music, yes or no? Pick up your Paget gadget? The whole point, of course, is she wants him to build a fan base so he has a chance to get some traction to do what he wants to do. He's saying, nah, forget traction. I want to do what I want to do. Vote. 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm going to see what you guys say first this time. Let's see the results. Okay.
All right.
So, 89% is pretty good for you, right?
Yes.
And 11% is pretty grim for you.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think everybody thinks that?
I don't know. I'm old. I don't
They think you're old and you don't know?
Yeah.
Look, I just have to tell you, I've often said that if you live your life without passion, then you need to stop what you're doing and find passion. And when you've got a kid that's 15 years old and is so passionate about something, and I'll bet you spend hours and hours and hours and hours up in your room doing the things that you do. True?
Yep.
And I get it. Listen, we went through this, and so did our neighbors. It's a passion that he has. Can you imagine if this was gone from his life?
Yeah, no. No, I wouldn't want that.
Can you imagine if it was gone from his life? what he would be doing. He would just be like playing some video game or watching the drapes fade.
Right.
That's not what you want. You've got a kid here that has a passion that lights him up, and it's not just a guitar playing passion. He has a certain kind of music, a style of music that he wants to use to define him. You should embrace that. You should encourage that. You should be behind that. 100%.
Yes.
You should be behind it 100%.
I am.
And you should, if he wants your advice about what kind of music he should play, he will ask you. He knows where your room is. He can come ask you. But in the meantime, you should get 100% behind what he's doing. And let me tell you, he's good.
I know. Well, I know that.
He is good.
That was Can't argue that.
So I vote for you.
Oh.
All right? We'll be right back. All right, I want to thank all of my guests today, and a special thanks to Paget for the Paget gadgets that our audience used to vote today to help break our ties. We kind of agreed on most stuff. There was one we were kind of 50-50 on. If you want to comment on any of today's teen issues, visit Teen Talk message boards at drphil.com. Thanks for being here. So long.